right, family. All right. And all right. Excuse me. Welcome back and a welcome into an evening edition, right? Almost Super Bowl opening ceremony of the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, Italy edition of A Different View. We'll start off with the open family welcome in A Different View family here of us who believe in, who love after, who hunger and seek. Who hunger and thirst. I always do that. Search and seek to find that which is a different view family welcome in. Today we're just going to be bringing you some quotes, some readings, if you will, from just from one. We finally got up to it, I believe. So we're going to see if we can. Let me see if I can find it. Hey, yeah, we got it. This is going back into March. Again, a thought that is in the village, in the camp, in the towns, in the cities of humanity, that the new year don't start till March, family, because spring, right? So the year ain't started, especially when you look at the calendar. We've talked about this before, that December means 10. This is coming from them because they are giving us their tracking of time, not as how the maker has done it. And we've had this conversation when we deal with daylight savings time. None of this conspiracy, none of this conjecture. This is all things that you can find and study. Of course, somebody was wanting to study butterflies. That's one of the things that you'll find. And, to the powers that be, hey, fast forward time an hour so I can sit out here and watch some monarchs flutter or whichever butterflies, right? Of course, we also know there's a whole deal out there as far as maritime is concerned. So trade, commerce, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that they keep the black man and woman out of, right? So to help with that, right? So you have some extra time, some daylight, some things that kind of played around with that, right? That's another one of those deals that's floating out there. Family, we want to identify. I've been in a lot of lives today. A lot of good conversation wrapped around history, which is where your boy is at, right? I don't want to know about the masses' history. I want to know about our people's history. I want to know about the South American. I want to know about, America from the natives. America is some European kind of thing, right? This is another dude, some cardiologist or whoever, right? Loving America Vespucci. We're going to call it America. Yeah, no. The natives in North America call the Turtle Island family, right? So, when they talk about, why don't you go back to saying it? No. We're just going to go back to the important ways of saying certain things, right? We want to finish talking off about the word superior. And I don't know if I finished the open, so excuse me, right? For us, welcome in us a different view family who love after, who hunger and thirst, search and seek to find that which is a different view. Family, welcome in. Again, superior is the base word of that. We can clearly see it, right? We're not even playing around, right? Super, out of Oxford Dictionary. Understand everything you're saying from masses language. So we got to temper that a bit. When we're going and don't go too deep. Okay. The conqueror took over. The invader came. Right. This is what you got. Especially or very. So that's the adverb. It's like an action verb, describing an action. So like the cars are going super fast. Right. Informal. This is an adjective, is a descriptive word, which is exactly what superior is as a descriptive word. Okay. Very good or pleasant, excellent. And we know in life, family, when a lot of people are shooting for perfection, we should shoot for excellence. Your boy has talked about that before. Again, we want to be complete in things. Okay, we want to be at the highest quality, which is why when we have an issue with WWE, it's kind of silly just to be bringing along just a strong woman, because while the black woman is a strong woman and Lash Legend is cool, and Jade Cargill is cool, so is Bianca Belair. who is kind of the mixture of both. So is Kalani Jordan, a tan-skinned sister who is very quick, right? So is Jada Parker, who has that same attitude, right? Don't just give us one where it's just a black woman with the lashes. Don't you know all black women ain't like that? But that's the only caricature they're going to put in front of you that they want to see put on. When Naomi won her second title, we understand we go crazy with it, family, just to put this to the side. Because, again, we're going to start talking about the Racial Integrity Act. The man family wants you under deception so they can take from you. And this was another way unfolded throughout history by which that happened. The agent of evil in this case was Dr. Walter Plecker. Another way of saying super, right, of a manufactured product is super fine, like a super quality binder, something that really works. It's, again, everything dealing with something that's up and above the norm. Again, family, what we've told you as far as this supremacy mess goes, understand each person has qualities that are solely for you. Oh, let that soak inside your psyche every time these fools talk to you. Because it's going to, the Super Bowl is one thing. And y'all, please tune into the Super Bowl. This is not to discredit anybody. Y'all choose to watch what you want to watch. Okay. But don't let just one group sit there and look at something else and y'all refuse to look at the other side of a thing. You get yourself your best tortillas. Come on, somebody. Street tacos. Heck, listen, we understand things are watered down and it's not authentic. My Latin brothers and sisters, go get you some Taco Bell, whatever you need to do. Or better yet, go hit up one of your brothers and sisters, your Latina brothers and sisters. Get you some off that good street taco food truck, right? Hit up your Salvadorian brothers and sisters, get some pupusas, right? Just all over, family. Stop letting them take your heritage from you. We have a shared heritage with each other. We've read you documents, family, where the Indian in Mexico, on the other side of the Rio Bravo, we've talked about it. Negroes and Mexicans, Indians, these indigenous people, these lands were associates, family. We're not enemies. Right about the time these fools come around, they take our differences to cause us to fight each other. So it's just time we listen to the heart and the rhythm of love again. Let go of this mess they talking. Walter Plecker's letter. Let's get into it. This is back March 1924, Virginia's Health Bulletin from the Department of Health over in Virginia. We know a lot of mess happened with our people through this time point. And a lot of mess will continue as long as you're dealing with them. You can find this right online. I am looking at iva.virginia.gov/collections/educator, so on and so forth. What you do is you look up your computer. How did I do this? Hold on a second before I go in. Racial Act of 1924. That's how you do it. And it takes you, the first link that it took me to, take you to a couple of them. The first one was from the Library of Virginia. I want to go to the source. So you go to just hit up their digital library. It's cool. It's still there. They want you to know you're owned. So get the information before they start playing around and hiding stuff. Right. Walter A. Plecker, MD, State Registrar of Vital Statistics in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out Richmond, Virginia one time. We got a lot of people out there who are loving, honest, good, wholesome people. So again, what we say, not only to the black man and the brown and the tan skin tone, man and woman, but we're letting you know, everybody is not on the side of evil, family. You better come to that conclusion real quick. A lot of our minds have been tainted with mess. And we got to wade through it. Right? Senate Bill 219. So this thing went up pretty high. And while it's quote unquote through Walter Plecker, understand, family, right? You're not looking at a president here, right? All this would have rung the bell of whoever was doing the presidency back in the 1900s, right? See, what you had going on was a lot of mixing, family, and then people just going on about their day. And good old Walter Plecker to be able to, again, as we say on this podcast, the pirate took the booty, hid it, and they are protecting it. This is part of the protection of the stolen lands. You know, the same stuff that Billie Eilish is having a problem with everybody because she just said the truth. Again, Massa laughs at us while we sit here and fight back with each other. Just take the truth and run with it. That's all. It's time to start doing good to each other. Start understanding and accepting each other. You know, we could bring in the word doubt here because this is what it is. In Massa's legal system, again, this is twisting of holy notions. So you got to bring in reasonable doubt. That's what they tell you, right? The word doubt, a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. Family, you better know your brother and sister is your friend, your brother. Again, our ancestors, specifically our black brothers and sisters, so-called black brothers and sisters. The phrase of the day of our existence is it all skin folk, ain't kinfolk. So what Big Mama and Big Daddy is trying to tell us, what Grandmama and Grandpapa, our grandfathers were trying to tell us, is the following. Although you look the same, they're not going to treat you the same. What your brother is telling you, uncle to some, brother to other, friend to many, right? If Jesus was a sin to friends and beggars and to beggars and sinners and all this kind of stuff, I should be no different as a Christian. Okay? So as your friend, we letting you know. Get convicted about this thing. Know it. You see history, don't you question it. They wasn't lying to you. They weren't trying to pull a wool over your head. Brothers and sisters, black people can read. They didn't have to hide nothing from you. They were dancing over the bodies of our dear fallen ancestors. This isn't inciting violence. This is retelling history. This is exactly what happened. They want you to think otherwise. Be convicted. The word conviction. Of course, once you get past all of the legal jargon, a firmly held belief or an opinion, okay? Being convincing, right? You see that kind of thing. Again, in conviction is the word convict. So we're doing this in real time, family. Declare someone to be guilty of a criminal offense. Again, so now you take that back, family. Lacking conviction. You got to lack convicting these people. Family. Whew, my God. Before heaven and earth. You can't play this thing with man's laws. Who's legal and who's illegal on stolen land. No. At the end of the day, family, we have much to repent for. There's no time to be sitting here talking back and forth with each other over foolishness. Convicted. Beyond reasonable doubt. Again, this is go back, right? It's just keep convicting keep convict meaning to declare someone guilty of a criminal offense. Family, when they had them breeding mules down in the South, and they was raping our black brothers and sisters. Before God above, you're already convicted of the wrong you were doing to them. Lazy people who did not want to work their plantations. They wanted somebody else to do it. Plantations in the South. Plantations everywhere, family. In the islands, Central America, South America. This is what Europe brought to these people. Our ancestors. In the Congo. West Africa, anywhere where you find them, family. We've already talked about Watangi Day, yesterday, right? Friday, February 6th, where they got to keep reliving occupation, the Maori people. No wonder they fight back against it. They should. Where wrong is wrong, family, don't you stand up for it? Yeah, you do. So why would you be any different to them? So again, after Racial Integrity Act, 1924, not that long ago, right? Just add 100 on it. That's what's we doing the math, right? On our feet. 100 years later, that was 2024, correct? We in what? 2026? I'm doing math right, I think, right, family? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 102 years later. How powerful its effects still are. This goes right along with the Willie Lynch letter that they say is a hoax, but this one's not so much, right? Because this one's still on the books. Passed at the House to preserve racial integrity, whatever that means. Again, you're dealing with the deceiver, family. Now is a law of the state, so it wasn't before. So y'all made it up. Gotcha. This bill aims at correcting a condition which only, he said the man's on the books for saying that the white woman was a degenerate for marrying into other races and having quote unquote mulatto children. This is him say that. Him say that. Say it in your best English, right? We like to make fun of the Gullah Geechee people. I'm seeing that come up, We got our own speech, but I leave it alone. Again, the man wants you off like we don't. Because we okay speaking his language. Anyway, this bill aimed at correcting a condition which only the more thoughtful people of Virginia know the existence of. It's estimated that there are in the state from 10,000 to 20,000, possibly more, near white people who are known to possess an intermixture, or like we use the word today, intercultural. Interracial mixture of colored blood. Again, anybody with the dark brown and tan skin tone, use colored. That's how they looked at you, right? That's why I don't really say people of color. It take a little bit more to say three, 4, 5 words, but that's all right. We put around so many words. I'm okay with it. Again, dark brown and tan skin tone peoples, right? It take a little bit. It takes more words to type, but I don't care about that. Why are we looking for ease of speech? In some cases, to a slight extent, it is true, but still enough to prevent them from being white. Now here, twice in this paragraph already, he's talking about white people. Who is that? I don't know who that is, because you from somewhere. You from Germany, you from Russia. These are all the different countries that are represented in the Olympics. They ain't white people. You from Italy, right? You from Austria, you from Ukraine, you from the Ukraine, you from. He gonna keep letting it out of the bag in this letter. Just keep on for a second. See, again, they got the control over you, so it's like the Empire in Star Wars. You can flex once you've won, or you think you've won. In the past, it goes on to say, in the past, it has been possible for these people to declare themselves as white. Number one, you're just you. But again, he's letting you know it was okay, because it is okay. But we'll leave it alone. Or even now again, that's just white. So you can look at it the other way, because they're intermixed. See, under their system is white is right. Everybody else is wrong. Well, that's wrong, because people are people. So when the two come together, they're just as white as they are black. Under the system, listen, family, under a system that is designed to keep dark brown and tan skin tone folks at the bottom, that's the only reason they always look at them own selves as best. But family, that's not how life is lived. That's not how God made this. That's not how the creator, designer, fashioner, grand supreme of all. That's not how this is made. That's how they've made it. Again, we say on this podcast, massa. It makes it better that way. We use good plantation language here, because there ain't nothing changed. To declare themselves as white, or even to have the court so declare them, as they should have. Because that's fairness, that's justice. All right? That's part of it. That's who Never mind. Then they have demanded their admittance. Now he getting a little like, oh, look, they don't want to come up in their schools. Where have we heard that kind of thing before, family? Again, we're talking in the 1920s. This is off the piggyback of the early 1900s, or we're still in the early 1900s. Late 1800s, right? Just roll back a little bit further. It's the 1860s, right? And we're just talking 1800s. Again, we know through time, right? 18th century would be 1701 to 1800. Am I correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let's we like doing this. Yeah, 1701. Yeah, I think I said it right. 1701 to 1800, right? Okay. So this is a couple generations back. Let's stop acting like it's ancient history. Then they have demanded the admittance of their children into the white schools. Like education. Again, we talked about the 9 areas of activity, 10 areas of activity from Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Ain't education one of them? Okay. I mean, you can see it with your own eyes, even if you don't want to believe your black brother and sister, right? They demanded their admittance into the white schools, and in not a few cases have intermarried with white people. We want them out. To our mixed brothers and sisters, y'all be careful, because this is how they still think. We're just saying what it is. We're not saying everybody, but the ones that make them moving and grooving over here, yeah, that's how they think. You need to be careful. In every one of their societies that they have built, they always keep the poor white person on the bottom to, kick them around, make themselves feel better and holy at their expense. So you be careful. I know they do not like folks to talk like this, but that's okay. This is wrong, family. So when do we stand up? If you're a Christian, when do you stand? Never mind. In many countries, they exist as distinct colonies, holding themselves up aloof from Negroes, but not being admitted by white people as of their race. So you're just kind of stuck in limbo. In any large gathering or school of colored people, especially in the cities, many will be observed who are scarcely distinguishable as colored. Many will be observed who are scarcely distinguishable as colored. Family, again, we are talking inside their system. These persons, however, are not white in reality. That's how they think. Like Solruka. Y'all go look up images of Solruka. Nor by the new definition of this law that a white person is one. This is it now. That a white person is one with no trace of American Indian. Because see, everything is just to get differentiated away from these folks, to set up a level of supremacy over them. Because now what you come back with, see, ain't none of you. We had talked about this a long time ago with a preacher who was famous one, that another one got into beef over, as he should have, in defense of his people, dealing with intercultural marriage. And one of his statements was, y'all keep doing this, ain't going to be many of you left. What do you mean? It don't magically go away. The DNA is still there. Oh, you mean under this system that is built, it will magically disappear. Gotcha. Then that makes sense. There's been variations of people all over this planet, while the mass majority has been black, or dark-skinned, or brown, or tan-skinned. Which is why we can clearly say, well, who's making up majority minorities here? If there is no other race mixture, they may, or he said, excuse me, let me go back. Except that a person with 1/16 of American Indian, I want to say that's like the great grandfather. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm off on that one. If there is no other race mixture, maybe classed as white. So you got to be clean. It's just a white person with a white person, basically. There's really under his thing. There's no other variations. This is what they have taught to their children going down. That's why you see it. Sometimes it's for love, family. More times than not, it's out of fear of this kind of mess because this is what they've grown up under. And as the younger generations come along, they it's basically, forget what their parents talking about. And they right. Their children are likely to revert to the distinctly Negro type even when all the apparent evidence of mixture has disappeared. Their children are likely to revert to the distinctly Negro type even when all apparent evidence of mixture has disappeared. These people are scared, family, of this date, man. You talking about it. Anyway, the Virginia Bureau of Vital Statistics has been called upon within 1 month for evidence by 2 lawyers, employed agents of massa, employed to assist people of this type to force their children into white public schools, and by another employed by the school trustees of a district to prevent this action. All right, that's page 1. So we just read it. Page 2. In each case, evidence was found to show that either the people themselves or their connections were reported to our office to be of mixed blood. Our bureau has kept a watchful eye upon the situation and has guarded the welfare of the state as far as possible with inadequate law and power. I mean, what are y'all trying to guard? What welfare? What national security is you talking about, El Presidente Trump? TikTok is a what? You needed to capture Venezuela as a what? No, I think he said it about Greenland. Greenland, what about Greenland is national security? Oh, see, y'all repeating language. Gotcha. The condition has gone on, however, and is rapidly increasing in importance. I wonder why. Unless radical measures are used to prevent it, Virginia, and see, they talk. This is why, family, listen, hold your government accountable. Again, we on midterm season. So this mess just kind of comes back up in the mind. I don't care Democratic. I don't care Republican. They're all part of the government and they're supposed to be doing your people right. You look at the definition of republic. It means government by and through the people. Democracy, democracy deals with power to the people. This is government, people government, people power, right? I'm a wrestling fan. We like John Laurinaitis, another person who was implicated in this alleged assault of Janelle Grant. Again, people power, right? It's power to the people because the people have the power. And indeed, the people do have the power. We're just making a joke on how John Laurinaitis sounds. Technically, it's an actual wrestling injury, but still, we're going to have fun with it, right? Unless radical measures are used, and I know people get all, oh, you making fun of it. We know, but it's okay. It's okay to, and see, again, we're not really making fun of dude. This is how we talked when he was doing this whole thing. So we're just going with it. Okay. A lot of people see false offense happens a lot, which is unnecessary. But folks don't get mad about this stuff going on. Nobody's in outrage over the Epstein files. Nobody's outraged over Donald Trump making monkey caricatures of Obama, of President and ex-President Obama and Michelle Obama, and Barack and Michelle Obama. Excuse me. Nobody's doing that. We're living under their deception, family. Just got to say it that way. We are living under their deception in our minds, right? Virginia and other parts of the nation must surely in time go the way of all other countries in which people of 2 or more races have lived in close contact. With exception of the Hebrew race, complete intermixture or amalgamation has been the inevitable result. Of course it has. Because just like that honeybee going to them flowers, family, picking up that pollen from different flowers, you sure enough can bet the bank if you at a casino right now that if you get enough people together, they staying together. And on the planet Earth, we all stay together. Somebody is bound to go from Italy to somewhere in Africa and marry. Someone is bound to go from Asia to Mexico and marry. Somebody from Mexico is going to find themselves a black man and marry. They saying tall, dark, and handsome for a reason. D'Angelo said brown sugar for a reason. Family, we stop buying into their mess. Okay, continue. Next paragraph. To succeed the intermarriage of the white race with mixed stock. Look at how he talk. Stock? What is we like a beef? Like, are we like beef broth or something? Chicken broth? Chicken stock? Which one? Maybe with cattle. Yeah. Must be made impossible. Again, to succeed. Succeed at what? What you succeeding for, bro? But that we'll leave that up to folks. We'll see what the comments are going to be on this one. But that is not sufficient. Public sentiment must be so aroused. Look at this. You manufacturing public outrage over it? And again, family, we said it on this podcast before. You want to get on your Wiccan brother and sister? Do you see any one of them this double toil and trouble? No, you don't. Must be so aroused that the intermixture out of wedlock will cease. So not only I do's at the altar, right? That blessed altar, but also with the baby mamas and the baby daddies. We can't have none of that neither. Because that's what the out of wedlock means. I'm going to stop there, family, because I'm going to stop here. Y'all can find the source, right? Again, we just look up Racial Integrity Act of 1924. Family, when you go to watch the Super Bowl today, you cheer real hard. Look. Whether you root for the Seahawks or you root for the Patriots, right? Know that the NFL owner, whoever, right? Whether it's Paul Tagliabue for some of our older people, right? Because we remember I'm a man of a certain age. Whether it's Roger Goodell or whoever they're going to have after him. This is for the so-called white person, man specifically, to rule and reign and profit off of everybody else's profits. We can say that without question looking at their documents. Ain't no harm in the party going down unless it's a party that's going against masses. Then that's when there's a problem. You support your brothers and sisters on this planet. I will say it without question. Do not operate in the hate by which they have hated you without question. Defend your brother and sister of every type on this planet without question. Because if you don't, they already got a plan in place, hatched for you to have your detriment to their betterment. Family, that's where we're going to stop today. Thank you very much for walking this road with me today, family. I love y'all. God bless y'all. We will talk to you soon. Again, enjoy the Super Bowl. Listen to Bad Bunny. Gyrate your hips. The best of that good Puerto Rican music. You know what I'm talking about? Love this thing. And we will talk to y'all soon, family. God bless y'all. Thank you for walking this road with me. And as always, and until next time, look to find the beauty in a different view.